Hello, everybody, and welcome again to our English class. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the difference between some and any. Do you know when to use them? If not, come on in. Now, like I said, we're going to talk about the difference between some and any. So first, how to use some and any, when to use them in a sentence. Okay, now, first, let's talk about the usage of some. So use some in positive sentences. So when we say positive, we cannot see the word can't or don't or didn't because these are negative. Okay, so use some in positive sentences. Okay, say for example, the children have some books. Okay, the children have some books. Now, children here or this sentence is a positive sentence. Now take note, after the word some is you have the noun books. Okay. And books, it is plural and countable noun. Okay, so countable, plural. So when you say countable, these are nouns that we can count. Okay, so again, positive sentence. Now, number two, they have some money. So this is also a positive sentence. But after the word some here is we have the noun money. And money, on the other hand, is uncountable noun. So therefore, positive sentence, or we can use some in positive sentence, both uncountable and countable noun in plural form. Okay, take note of that. Now, next one is we are going to talk about the usage of any. Okay, so when to use any. So use any in negative sentences and questions. Okay, use any in negative sentences. So when you say negative, we often see the word can, cannot, don't, didn't. So these are negative indicators. Okay, so and also questions. Okay, say for example, for negative sentence, he doesn't need any stamps. Okay, he doesn't negative any stamps. Okay, so any then stamps. All right, for questions, do you have any friends in Chicago? Okay, so this is a question. Now take note here after the word any is we have the noun friends, and friends is countable noun. Okay, so we can use any for questions and for countable noun as well. Okay, now next example is there any pollution in the city? So any, this is a question. Is there any pollution in the city? Now, any, after the word any, we have here the noun pollution. And pollution here is uncountable noun. Okay, so in other words, we can use any as well for asking a question, both countable and uncountable noun. Okay, take note. Now, this time, in general as a whole, okay, so we use something, somebody, somewhere, anything, anybody, or anywhere, okay, in the same way as some and any. So in general, something, somebody, somewhere, anything, anybody, anywhere, they have the same usage with some and any, simply because they both start with some and any. As easy as that, or as simple as that. Okay, now say for example, I can't see anybody coming. So I can't see anybody coming. So here negative, can't, and take note, anybody. So it starts with any, and then the rest of the sentence. Okay, next one, he lives somewhere near here. He lives somewhere near here, and this is positive sentence. Okay, so it starts with some. Okay, so somewhere near here. So both start with negative, and this is also a positive sentence on the second example. Can you think of a sentence? Can you give me an example sentences or sample sentences using some and any? Give me one. All right, great job. So in general, or there, every rule in grammar has an exemption. Okay, so there is an exemption of when to use some and when to use any. Now, for use some in questions when offering or requesting. So, like I said, use some in questions. You're asking for questions and when you're offering or requesting. So, in this particular situation, we can use some. Say, for example, would you like some bread? No, this is an offer. Now, in this case, we're going to use some, okay? And next one is, could I have some water? So this is for like a request. Oh, there is no E here. So can I have some water? So in this particular instances, so or we can use some. Can you give me your sentence using some in the form of a question and or in the form of a request? Great job. Now, another exemption is use any in positive sentences. Now, what I told you a while ago is we can use any for negative sentence, but there is an exemption once again. So again, use any in positive sentences when the real sense is negative. So what does it mean? Say, for example, I refuse to give him any money. So I refuse to give him any money. So the real sense here is negative. The real meaning here is negative because it means that I didn't give him any money at all. So this is what it means by use any in positive sentences when the real sense is negative. Okay. So do you have any questions? Okay. So if you don't have any questions, it's time for us to answer the following activities. So let's do this. Okay, now complete the sentences below with some or any. Okay, so I have here sentence one or question one, two, three, four, and of course five. So choose some and any. So hey, for number one, I have blank problems to solve. Is it some or any? Analyze first the sentence. Remember the rule. So I have blank problems to solve. Is it positive sentence or negative sentence? Okay, so the correct answer here is some. Why? Simply because it is a positive sentence. I have some problems to solve. You couldn't say I have any problems. No, you couldn't say that. Okay, here, use any. So do you have any advice for me? So this is a question. So there is another rule here is, do you have any advice for us to use any, okay, for a question that you really don't know the answer or you are uncertain of the answer. So here, you don't know if he or she has an advice for you. So in this particular instances, use any. Use any for, like I said, if you're asking and then you don't know the answer. So, do you have any advice for me? So, use any in this particular situation. For number three, could I have blank sugar, please? So, this is an offer or a request. So, this is a request. So, use some. Okay. Use some for a request. Okay. Remember our exception? Okay. Number four, I don't have blank homework to do. So I'll give you 5 seconds to respond. Is it some or any? Great job. So I don't have any homework to do. Why any? Simply because we have don't here. It's negative. Okay, so I don't have any homework to do. Number five, have you got blank brothers and sisters? This is a question, right? So what do you think is the answer here? Any. Great job. Have you got any brothers and sisters? So again, we have here the usage of some and any. And I hope that this short class, okay, can help you. in remembering or revising or reviewing your basic grammar. Okay, so and also if you find this video informative, please don't forget to like, share, and of course subscribe. And if you have any questions, you can comment your comment suggestions. You can write it down in the comment section below. Okay, so thank you so much and see you next time.